Hello, I'm excited to walk through this exciting project with you. It's going to be on automating the migration of IT users of a tech startup from on-premise to AWS Cloud, that is Amazon Web Service Cloud. So let's get right into it. So think of this scenario where the HRO manager of this tech, startup sent an urgent request that over 20 IT users be migrated from on-premise to AWS Cloud. And the manager wants this to be done before the end of the working day. As a cloud specialist, how can you achieve this? Now, this data was given to us, right? It contains the first and the last name of the IT users, their email addresses, and their respective teams, right? So to do this, there are two methods we can use. It's either we add each of the IT users one by one to AWS Cloud, right? Migrate them, one by one, or we can automate that process. So if we want to add them one by one, that will take a lot of time, right? Because the request is urgent. So we have to think of an efficient method, right? And the efficient method is the second method, which is automating the process of adding users using scripts, right? We want to use scripts to automate this process. So this is going to be the solution architecture for using the second method, right? This is going to be the solution architecture, right? And to the left, we can see the IT users, in the traditional data center, we can see the IT users, and to the right, we can see the AWS platform, right? And inside the AWS platform, we have what is called, we have a service called the Identity and Access Management, IAM. And inside this Identity and Access Management interface, we have user groups. So we are going to create user groups, and this user group corresponds to the team, the different teams. And while creating these user groups, we are going to attach appropriate policy, right? And while attaching this policy to these user groups, right, we are not going to attach more policy than needed. We are going to go with the principle of, assigning least privilege, right? And if, those group, if they need more, more privilege or more permissions, we can attach those permissions. So now the process of automation comes up when we want to attach the users to their respective user group or to their respective teams. That is when the process of automation comes up. So let's get right into it. Now, what are the basic steps? Number one, we need to create user groups, right? We need to create the teams in AWS Cloud. We need to create the different teams. So let's out and create the team. So I'm here on, AWS Cloud, and I'm here on identity and access management, right? So what I can do is that I can just go to the user group by the left, right? Just go to the user group, click on that, and I can create a group, right? Just click on create group. Create group is just by the right, top right. And you see the user group name. So I'm going to put the first one, I'm going to put software engineering. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add I'm going to attach permissions, right? I'm going to attach permission. And the permission I want to attach to the software engineer, I just want to give them a read-only permission to be able to, just view the virtual machines, which are the EC2. EC2 stands for Elastic Cloud Compute, right? So I'm just going to give them read-only access. So, and also I'm going to give them read-only access to the DynamoDB, the database, right? The database. I'm going to give them read-only access. So if you see here, this is Amazon DynamoDB read-only access. So you have to be very careful to choose the right permission. So after this, I'm just going to come down here and create user group. And I'm going to do that, the same thing for, similarly for the database, administration team, right? So I will call that DBA, right? So since they are database, I'm going to give them full access to the database, right? So, and the database we are using here is DynamoDB. So I'm going to give them full access. See that? Full access, and then I'm just going to create the group. And lastly, I'm going to create the cloud infrastructure engineering group, right? Cloud infrastructure engineering group. And for this team, I want to give them full access to both the virtual machine, which is the EC2, and the database, which is going to be the DynamoDB. So I want to give full access, right? Amazon EC2 full access. I'll click on that, then I go back, type DynamoDB, and then I grant full access. Click on that. And yeah, so we've created the user groups. We've created the different groups. And if you observe that there is, we don't have any user attached to this group yet, right? You see the user here is 0, 0, and 0. So we need to get back to our slide to see what's the next step. So we've created a user group, right, in AWS Cloud. The next thing is that we have to import the data to AWS Cloud Shell. So what data are we talking about here? So let's go back to the data that was given onto us. This was the data that was given onto us. And if you observe that the email, right, the email just comprise the email of the IT users comprises of a combination of their first and last name. For example, if you look at number 2, Taiwo White, right? In row 2, we see that it's Taiwo_White at shegme.com, right? So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to delete the first column A and column B, right? Because that information is already contained in this email, right? Just delete that. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to change this email to user, right? Change this email to user. And I'm also going to delete at shegme.com so that I just have Taiwo White, Claire Baba, Okon Macklin. I'm just going to, this is something that you can just give to maybe the data analyst group for them to quickly do for you, right? And I'm also going to change this team to groups, right? I'm going to change it to group. And I'm going to add one more column, which is password, right? So let's go down to where this is already done. So this is it. So I have the users, the group, and the password. And this password for now is just change me one. It's just a general password. It's a password that can be changed, right? The user, once they are migrated to AWS Cloud, right? For them to be able to log in, they will have to change their password to, just for security purpose and all that. So let's go back to AWS console to upload this file. So we are here now on AWS console, and up here you see what is called Cloud Shell, right? So you click on Cloud Shell. Down here it appears, it pops up down here, and I'll just type clear to clear everything. So this Cloud Shell, right? And what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to upload. You see to the left, top left, you see actions. Click on that. Then you see upload files. Click on upload files, and it just bring up user. I'm just going to click on user 2. User 2 is that document that I showed you on the slide. Going to open that, and you see down here is uploading file. It's uploading file, and the upload is successful. So I can check if actually this file is now here. So to check, I just type ls, right? ls, and you see that, you see user2.csv is a CSV file, right? And in fact, we can also check the contents of that user2.csv to actually see if it is what we had on the slide, right? If it is what we had. So, and to check the contents, the command you use is cat, C-A-T, and you type user2.csv. And look at that. You see the name of the column, user, group, and password. And you see the first one there was Taiwo White. Taiwo White is a software engineer, right? And his password, from what we saw on the slide, is change me one, right? So that's it. Now let's upload the next file the next file for automating this process of adding the IT users to AWS Cloud. So let me clear the screen. So let's upload the next file. So upload, and it's going to be this one, and open. Okay, let's see, it's downloading, it's uploading. Okay, let's check if this file is actually there. ls. Okay, you can see that the file is there. This is it right here. File is there, right? So the file is there. Great. Now we need to run this command called sudo yum install dos2 Unix. Then we want this command to run without, asking for confirmation. And that's why I'm putting -y. The y there means yes, right? So what is this command doing, right? So let me just explain. This command install called dos2 Unix, right, on the Linux system, ensuring that the installation process completes without prompting the user for confirmation. That's what that command does. So let me clear the screen. Okay, so having run that command, the next thing is that we want to run the automation script, right? The automation script. We want to run the automation script. Okay, but before we run the automation script, we have to change the permission of the script, right? So to change permission, you just type chmod, then +x, and then what's the script? The script is AWS. The name of the script is AWS IAM create, user.sh, right? So we want to change the permission so that, change the permission of the script in a Unix-like operating system so that we can execute the script, right? So I'll click enter. Okay. Now, since we have changed the permission, before we run the script, let's do one more thing. Let's check what is the content of this script that we are talking about. So let's run a cat on the script. So I'm just going to copy. What's the content of that? And then I'm going to explain a little bit. So this is the script, right? This is the script. This is it from, this is it. This is the script. This is it. Okay. So, let me quickly explain. So these first 4 lines, they are just comments, right? They are just comments. and the purpose, you see the purpose there to automate user creation in AWS, and how to is that you type dot front slash, right, and the name of the script, then this entry file format.csv is going to be user2.csv, right? And quickly, I'm just going to explain this part. This is a while loop, right? This is a while loop. So what is this that loop doing? So this line here, this if statement here, is to skip the header. If you observe that on the slide, the header, we have user, group, and password, right? We want to skip that header. Then this next line is to create the IAM, the users, right? Is to create the users in AWS IAM. And this line here is to create the login profile, and to enforce password resets, right? So once the users are created in AWS platform, for them to be able to access the platform, they have to reset their password, right, at their first login. And this line here is to add those users to their respective team, to their respective groups. So basically, that is what this is doing. And thanks to the cloud bootcamp that I attended, so for this script. So let's run this script, right? Let's run this script. So let me clear this. So let's run the script. So to run the script, basically you just type dot slash, right? And I think that's a forward slash, then you put the name of the script and then space user2.csv, right? Then you run it. Okay, that's the automation right there. See that? Okay, let's check what is going on here. Okay, it's creating, is attaching, is creating the users. See that table white? It's creating the users. And then this is a login profile, right? That's the login profile. And password reset required, true. That means they have to reset their password. Okay, look at this now. Created the next user. So let me go up a little bit after table white. Then the next user, Claire Baba, created that. Then the login, the password reset required, true. Then he just created all the users. Okay, this is amazing. This is amazing. That's just on a click. You're just creating it, and you can just go grab a cup of tea, right, and come back, and everything is done without you having to add each of those users one by one. So now let's get back to AWS platform, that is the IAM platform, to see if actually those users have been added to their respective teams. So if you observe here, we still have 0 users, 0 user. Okay, so now let me reload. Oh, amazing. You see that 7, 6, and 8. Let's click in to check. For example, let's check this database administration team. Okay, Chioma Love, Ireti Ken. These are database administrators. So now let's confirm from the information that was provided if actually Chioma Love and Ireti Ken, they are database administrators. So let's confirm. So let's go back to our slide. So here is Chioma Love here. So Chioma Love here is the third to the last. Yes, the DBA database administrator. Ireti Ken. Okay, Retiken is number 10, is a database administrator. And you see, everything works well. Wow, congratulations. You've been able to, we've been able to like automate, just automate the process of adding IT users to AWS Cloud, right? Without having to add them one by one. Let's also check for another group. Let's check for cloud infrastructure engineer. Okay, we'll click on that cloud infrastructure engineering group. So look at Claire Baba, Faith Blessed. So let's get back to our slide to see if Claire, oh yeah, number 3, Claire Baba is a cloud infrastructure engineer. Then we also see Faith Blessed is a cloud infrastructure engineer. Wow, see that everything worked well. This is amazing. This is amazing. Congratulations. Congratulations. We've been able to automate the process of migrating IT users from on-premise to cloud. This is amazing. This is amazing. I hope you find this helpful, as a cloud specialist, when you are asked to just migrate some users. I hope you find this helpful. Thank you so much. Hope to see you next time.